Hey there, Julia Rose here. I pray this message finds you at the precise time you need it. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to find. Okay? Collective timeless readings might apply to you now. They might echo your past, or they might hint at what's next, right around the corner. It feels like whatever this is that I'm tapping into today, though, has been a very pivotal learning experience. It feels like tables are turning. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. This could be a card that you're resonating with in other readings or in readings that you're pulling for yourself, or that could just feel like a confirmation to you. You could be seeing angel numbers 888, 808, 88, or 8s just standing out to you in particular. And dolphins. I'm also seeing willow trees. Willow trees, they feel very peaceful, very peaceful. Like you're learning how to go with the flow of things. This might be something that your spirit team has been working with you on for quite some time, but now you're in a place of trust in yourself that you're able to be a bit more flexible. You've come to understand that you are dependable, you are reliable, and you always deliver. That the timing is less important than the alignment of things, especially when you're sensitive, especially as a light worker. All right. Getting messages for you today with the Essential Oil Oracle deck, as well as the Final Rose Tarot. Yeah, I feel like you're in this energy where you're not afraid to take risks. I feel like you have been in the past, but it's very interesting because Spirit's having me relay the energy as it's coming through. It feels like you're very much in the moment these days. What would you know? There's a Wheel of Fortune right there. Okay, we'll get there, but yeah, this is really fascinating. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay. So it just feels like you're in this energy of everything's so in the moment for you. You're trusting the alignment of how every single moment is panning out for you. And it feels like you haven't always had that kind of surrender. You haven't always had that sense of trust that you were okay, really letting things just be one moment at a time, one focus in your life. It's interesting because you're very talented and you're highly multidimensional in that you have various interests. You have maybe a lot of side projects or side hustles. You have your job and then your part-time gig and then the things you do for fun, that you're engaging with community. Whatever this is for you, it feels like you've had such a weight on your shoulders about how am I going to balance it all? Who am I really? What is actually in alignment with me? And Spirit's showing me that you have all of these different interests because at different times you're going to resonate with different aspects of yourself. So as you continue to grow, as you continue to evolve, each of these parts of you, each of these magnificent expressions of you get to come to the forward and breathe. They all get to be seen a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And you're starting to see that you're not necessarily one of these versions of yourself or roles more than you are any of the other ones. You as a unique multi-dimensional being are simultaneously all of these things. And when you're in the alignment of flow, when you're in alignment and everything flows, it's very easy for you to shift into the version of you or the aspects of your personality that are required for certain things. It's very easy for you to go back and forth now. You might have struggled a lot with, what is my mission? What is my identity? What is my purpose? Why am I here? what really matters to me. And you're seeing that different things matter and different things are more important at different times in your life. And that's natural because you're evolving, you're growing, and life is shifting with you as you evolve and grow. So this is just amazing. So the essential oil oracle cards are really neat because they have associations with chakras, and we're starting with the solar plexus. So you could be seeing changes in your digestion as we're having this massive solar storm, geomagnetic storm, and solar flares that hit yesterday. That was June. It's today Monday? Was that June 2nd? Today's June 2nd? I have no idea. We're in the flow of things, right? So I just want to say that I have a 25% off discount running on all of my services with the discount code Summer Start, all caps, no spaces, Summer Start, until June 6th, okay? And you can use that for a reading, you can use that for Reiki, you can use that for a herbal consultation, okay? This first card here is Cypress. It says resilience. Trigger statement, I need control. True statement, I surrender. Allow yourself to relax with the currents of life. These changes will take you even closer to where you are meant to be. And what you're seeing is that who you're meant to be and where you're meant to be changes according to your desires. It changes according to the way your energy shifts and evolves. You have to understand also that you are put into places sometimes that are dark, so you can shed light and create change. You're a catalyst. You're a catalyst. Some of you might even say, I'm a walking tower. You might have struggled with this idea that everything falls apart that you touch, but that's not true. Illusion falls apart in the presence of light, in the presence of truth. In the presence of light, darkness is no more. So when you're placed into these situations that aren't exactly what you expect, your light, your voice, your integrity, your authenticity is what catalyzes all of the changes. You see the glitch? It catalyzes all of the changes in the timelines around you so that your circumstances and the people surrounding you can shift in accordance to highest and evolving timelines. So higher timelines. Resilience is clarified by the Magician, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Limo, the Chariot. Yeah, some of you could be getting a new car. That's specific for some of you here. In either case, it feels like a shift in your finances, a positive one. But I'm seeing that you're celebrating the completion and manifestation of your power. Well, there you go. That your power to manifest is actually your ability to allow change to occur in your life. Interesting, right? And that's allowing things to move so quickly is your surrender to these changes, your acceptance of your own desire to experience more and therefore become more. Heart chakra, forgiveness. Trigger statement, I did not deserve this. True statement, I forgive. Allow the labels of judgment to disappear. See the situations and individuals through your heart. Forgive yourself. Renewing. Clarified by the Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I just see that all of these beautiful beginnings that you are facilitating for yourself right now, because Magician, first card out of the deck, it tells me, or out in the spread, tells me you are on fire, knowing what you want, knowing where you're going, and knowing what steps to take. Even if later down the road certain steps change, but you know what you need to do now that's in alignment with you and in harmony with what you're trying to create in your life. this is a heart chakra cleansing that you've been going through for quite some time. Some of you, this could be related to Kundalini activations. Others of you, this is processing grief that you have not allowed yourself to really associate with. In either case, you're opening yourself up to receive more by allowing your sense of identity, your perceptions of your past, your perceptions of your mistakes, of your faults, of your insecurities to shift. Having grace for your humanity, and having grace for others' humanity. As someone who so highly identifies with spirit, you have the tendency at times to want to just constantly transcend the body, constantly be outside of the human experience. But it's important also to remember that you came here to live through your body, to experience all of the light of your spirit on the material plane. So there's I'm hearing a lot of chitter chatter. A lot of chitter chatter about whatever you're up to right now that's causing a wave, causing a stir, because of your ability to renew yourself, because of your ability to renew your life. You're seeing so much come up to the surface from your past, constantly feeling triggered. Some of you have been wondering if these are psychic attacks. They're not. Of course that stuff exists. Of course that stuff is around, but your vulnerability in these transitions is so protected. You're like the butterfly or the caterpillar who goes into the cocoon to completely change your entire body, to change your entire perception of life, your entire self-concept, to leave the cocoon and emerge a completely different self. You have people marveling at this. And so you have to understand that cocoon is it's hard as rock. It's very protected. You're very protected moving through these heart chakra openings, these releases, okay? Because again, we have shielded, trigger statement. I am under attack. This is repellent for the third eye. It says, true statement, I am strong. In your vulnerability, you are strong because you trust spirit enough to keep you safe, to keep your heart open and soft, gentle and able to receive more. In order to receive more love, you must release grief. In order for you to receive strength, you must learn how to develop yourself under pressure. In order to hold more responsibility, you must improve your discipline and your decision making, your time management. All these kinds of things, they might feel like they're triggers, but again, they're coming up to show you that there's a little bit more to accept, a little bit more to release, a little bit more to be easier on yourself about. It says, you will clearly see what you're taking on from outside influences and release your energetic... Ooh. Yeah. A lot of people have been crossing your boundaries, and I feel like some of you in your turbulence are also crossing your own boundaries. Just be mindful. Just be mindful, recognize what's happening and say, oh, okay, well, let's do something different next time. Now I know better. I want you to affirm below, now I know better. Or I know better now with a 555. I know better now. I know better now. Don't hate yourself for making mistakes or slipping up even in the face of progress. Sometimes that has to happen to remind you of your strength, to remind you how far you've come, and to remind you to continue to be compassionate with yourself. Your energetic boundaries are fortified, this says. You'll see what you're taking on from others, and you'll see what you can let go of, reminding you that you are safe, that in your softness, you are safe. In your heart's opening, you are safe to receive. You will always have what's meant for you. There's a lot of these. Some of you, I don't know if you're concerned about karma swapping or destiny swapping. These things like exist, but it's not really genuine. It's not what it's portrayed as. And when I say that, I mean to remind you that when you are sincere, when your heart is in the right place, and your efforts are diligent in moving you forward, in increasing your self-awareness, increasing your self-acceptance, and your actions, bringing them into even greater alignment with what it is that you want. When you keep your eyes on the prize and focus on that, you'll always get what you're meant for. You'll always receive abundantly. So, Spirit's asking you again to take some of the pressure off. We have flow. Can't make it up. Trigger statement. Why are things such a struggle? True statement. I am in the flow. Take a breath, dear one, and allow yourself to feel the flow of life through you. Release your need to do and just be. Solar plexus healing card. Okay, we'll get there in a second. This is so funny. I'm sitting here, I'm in such a flow that I'm not even reading the way that I normally would a spread like this. So we'll come back to it. Temperance. The Lovers. The Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. The Nine of Swords. And what? Destiny, baby. Destiny. The Wheel of Fortune. First thing I was picking up for you. So it feels like this redirecting back to the things that make you you. A lot of you haven't been feeling like yourselves. You're breaking through a lot of energy that has been weighing on you from past experiences, other people's nonsense that they're sending or trying to create for you, whatever, doesn't matter. Because, again, your spirit team has you so protected. They have you so protected. So protected that you are able to genuinely see what you need to do and what is meant for you. You can't take vision away from someone that is psychically aware. You can't take ambition away from someone that is on fire with purpose and passion to understand and to help and to create. Now, you might get redirected at times because you have things to learn, but these things don't go away. They're innate to you. They're innate to what the Creator had in mind for you when you took this body and you all signed the contracts. When you wrote your life plan out, when you sat there and you charted your destiny in your astrology. So, some of you are here to learn how to just ease up on yourselves and not make it harder than it has to be. To understand that you are enough, and the way that you would do things is just fine. It's perfect, actually, because it's in alignment with you. So, yeah, I feel like that's a place to stop here. We're going to stop there with that. Temperance, the Lovers, 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 9 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Yeah. Strength like you've never known. Because you're getting back to being you. All of these choices that you've been making have been getting you back to being yourself. Some of you took some long detours, some of you took a few little side quests here, but you're getting back to being you. So congratulations. And I'm going to continue this over on Patreon. The link's in the description box below to join me over there. And I'll see you when I see you. Take care.